Fruit production in western Nebraska can be really challenging. Apples, peaches, pears really don't grow very well here, but there are some fruit crops that we can grow pretty well here, and grapes are one of those. And what I'd like to do today is just go through some of the grape varieties that are doing well here in our experimental plot area here at the Panhandle Research and Extension Center. In this trial, which is a little over an acre, we have about 40 different varieties of grapes, and this trial has been in since 1999, so we're starting to get some pretty good data on which varieties do well for us here. And one of the first varieties here that's probably one of the most hardy and has consistently produced for us is Valiant. And if you take a look at the clusters of Valiant, it's a pretty tight cluster grape. It's a red grape. The wine quality out of Valiant is probably not the best, but for a home gardener that wants to make jams, jellies, juices, Valiant is really one of those that they want to take a look at. Another great variety that does very well for us here in western Nebraska is Frontenac. And as you can see from the difference, Frontenac is a more open cluster, but we get very good yields off of both these. Both these, the last 2 years, we've got about 25 pounds of grapes per plant. If we're looking at a variety that if you get a home winemaker wants to use, Frontenac would really be a variety for them to take a look at. The third variety of red wine grapes that are doing very well for us out here is Deshawn Ack. And as you can see, another one of those that has kind of an open cluster to it. Very good quality, great for making a red wine. Makes a little bit drier red wine than the Frontenac. But another one that has been yielding about 20 pounds per plant for us. So we're really excited about Deshawn Ack. We've been getting pretty good consistent production off of this grape variety. One of the last red grape varieties that's doing very well for us, and last year was our highest yielding variety, is Leon Mello. And it yielded 30 pounds per plant, which is really exceptional. And again, this year it's looking very good. So for the red varieties that we'd recommend would be Leon Mello, Deshawn Ack, Frontenac if people are interested in making some home wines. Valiant would be the one if a gardener is looking at one for jams and jellies, and those would be the red varieties. When we get into the white varieties, the one that's doing the best for us was Schild, but what we ran into with Schild this year is we got cane borer in it, and it killed a lot of the vines back to the ground, and we're starting over this year. We're going to have to try to stay on top of that problem, but Schild is a white grape variety that's doing very well for us. And another one that's doing very well, but not as good a wine quality, is Elvira. The Edelweiss, which is right here beside me, we don't do as good in this end of the state with Edelweiss. We have some winter kill issues with it out here, but we can get it to grow and get the production is a little less inconsistent. So those would be the white varieties we'd recommend. And then when we get into the table grapes, there's a number of table grapes that we're looking at. Those would be Reliance and Canadice. Those are probably the two that are doing the best for us. And Mars would be an additional variety that if you're looking for a seedless table grape, they seem to be doing very well for us out here under this western Nebraska climate.